Good evening. Good evening. Today, the world over celebrated 11/11. It's the 11th month and it's the 11th day. And I got to see 11/11 twice today. Now, those of you who are not familiar with this idea of 11/11 might be wondering, 11, 12, 13, 14? Well, what's the big deal? What is this about? Well, if you look into the symbol of 11/11, just with a simple Google search, you'll get pretty fascinating results. But what does 11/11 mean to me as such? Whenever I see 11/11, I tend to have a pretty good day. Just how my life works. Why? Well, 11/11 signifies the unity with God. 1, 1, 1, 1. Imagine being together with God. It's a beautiful experience. That's the way I look at it. That's why I think it has such a powerful effect. I want to follow on and express my condolences to Mike Bassel, who lost his father exactly a year ago. Mike, I'm really sorry about what you've had to endure, and may God comfort you and your family. Mike, thanks so much for sharing your great feedback on a weekly basis. I'm so grateful. Every single week I see your feedback, and it touches my heart. Your wisdom, your insights, your appreciation means so much to me. Thank you, Mike. I'm ever so touched and so grateful. I want to follow on and deliver this week's message. A couple of days ago, I thought to myself, while I was facing a challenge, what can I learn from this? Now you might be wondering, what challenge? What happened? What happened? Let's hear more about it. I started the second puzzle I'm putting together, and it wasn't going. I couldn't even get to frame the edges together. I tried days and I persevered and I was persistent. It wasn't going, even just the frame wasn't going together. Some of you might be wondering, puzzle? What's so important about a puzzle? Why would you even call that a challenge? I might have asked the same question a couple of years ago, maybe even a couple of months ago, but today I realized that any form of exercise we do build us up. Now, I spoke to you last week about the first puzzle I put together, and I thought, hey, I was successful last week. I'll definitely be successful trying to put together the next puzzle. No? Actually, no. This puzzle's a lot harder. It's a lot harder. And it's more challenging. Just putting the frame together, the outer edge of it was really challenging. I want to follow on and talk about the power of words. I was reading Tony Robbins' book. I'm on round 2 now. His 512-page book. I'm on round 2 now. I'll tell you what it's called. Awaken the Giant Within. I'm on round 2, up to about page 200. And I've been reading about the power of words. We just finished a section which spoke about the power of questions. Always questioning a situation, especially an unpleasant situation, always questioning and asking yourself, why does this trigger me? Why does it mean what it means to me? By doing so, you change your states. And then Tony Robbins followed on to this concept of the power of words. He describes an incident, a fascinating incident that took place between him and his colleagues. And he describes the response that they all had to this particular incident. What was the incident? What happened? What were the responses? He says that they were dealt with unkindly by a third party pertaining to their business. And they lost a lot of money as a result. Now, Tony Robbins says that his response was, I'm angry. I'm upset. His other colleague's response was, I'm appalled. I'm devastated. This is awful. And his other colleague's response was, I'm a little peeved, disappointed. Now, Tony turned to both parties and he said to them, I don't understand. What do you gain by responding the way you do? So the friend, the colleague for that matter, who responded with such anger and negativity, said, you know what I gained from this? I gained that I internalize a force which makes me determined to change the situation and fight for a better outcome. And the other person, Tony Robbins, turned to him and he said, what do you gain by being so mellow about it, so relaxed, a little peeved, a little disappointed, a little annoyed? How does that bring about results? He said to him, why fret over that which you can't change? And by not fretting over it, you have the peace of mind to actually produce results which are changeable. And Tony Robbins follows on and says that he took this advice, he thought of his own response as well, and he thought to himself, how am I going to use this? How am I going to learn from this and bring it into my own life? A couple of weeks later, he was traveling, as he does a lot of, and he had to stay in a hotel overnight. And he noticed that the clerk was taking his time putting the information in the computer. And he turned to me and said, look, I'm a little peeved. It's been a long day, and I'm a little peeved. And they ended up having a pleasant conversation, and they exchanged pleasantries. The point of the story was, and Tony Robbins remarks, that when you change your vocabulary, it becomes second nature to you, and it becomes natural to you not to exaggerate and define the terms of your circumstances in a heavy way, and that brings about better results thereafter. The terms we use, the language we use, determine the results. I spoke to somebody a couple of days ago, and she said to me, I'm so angry. I've lost the will to live, she said. And I turned to her and I said, your life is precious. Why would you talk like that? She turned to me and she said, oh, it's only a metaphor. I said, words are very powerful. The difference between the word and sword is one letter, and it's not for naught. It's real. The people who wrote English, who formulated the language, had serious intentions with that. Make no mistake about it. Have no doubt about it. Change your vocabulary, You change your feelings, you change your paradigm. On another note, you add to your vocabulary, you read books, you increase your vocabulary, you increase the richness of your life. You add more feelings into your life. Our feelings are interpreted with the vocabulary we use, the vocabulary we are familiar with. I've seen this in my own life. Ever since I've started reading so many books on a daily basis, my vocabulary is stronger. Or rather, my vocabulary is richer. And I have stronger feelings. I feel more that strength of calmness. I feel more that strength of patience. I feel more that strength of determination, of confidence to get myself out there and to really strive and to get to heights and peaks which I never thought I'd be able to get to. Our words are very, very powerful. Our feelings and our emotions are interpreted and are affected by the words we use. So use your words wisely and expand your words. It's worthwhile. You know, I was in synagogue last week on Shabbat, on Saturday. I go to the synagogue every Shabbat, every Saturday. And the rabbi delivered his sermon. The rabbi's name is Rabbi Faigelman. Rabbi Nathan Faigelman. He delivered his sermon with such wisdom, like he always does. He's very wise. He's a very wise man. And last week's sermon was powerful. What did he say? He said that all the forefathers were unique in their own way. And they interpreted the Mount of Moriah, where the temple was to be built, with their own understanding, with their own unique style. Abraham saw the Mount of Moriah and he said, there's a mountain. Isaac saw the mountain and said, there's a field. And Jacob saw the mountain and he said, there is a house. Now you might be thinking, what's so unique about that? Rabbi Faigelman said that by the way our forefathers interpreted the destined place of the temple, one could fathom and understand how they lived their life. Abraham was all into the idea of building mountains even when he was unable to see mountains yet. He was all alone. He was despised by many. He was ignored and rejected by many. He saw mountains, and that's how he reached such peaks and such heights. Isaac, on the other hand, was always in the field. He was happy to serve God all alone. He didn't need somebody else to validate, to acknowledge, to confirm, to affirm his greatness. He was happy to serve God that way. And Jacob, on the other hand, saw and thought of God with his mindset, which was all about the house, living with God in his house, with his family, with his large family all around him. This was so fascinating to hear, and it ties up with what Tony Robbins says about the power of words and the power of the paradigm that we live in. And it's also worth noting that Isaac only had one biblical portion wherein he was spoken about. Why was that? That was a symbol of Isaac. He wasn't looking for fame. He wasn't looking for glory. He wasn't looking to be acknowledged. He wasn't looking to be validated. He was looking to live with God. And there wasn't a lot to talk about. That's why there's not much that's spoken about him in the Bible. There wasn't a lot to talk about. And he was happy for it to be that way. He wasn't looking for fame, glory. He was happy to serve God in his own unique way, constantly connected with God and constantly calling out to God to protect, to preserve, and to help. That's my message today. If you enjoyed this amazing video, if you enjoyed these great insights, why not drop a comment in the comment section down below? I look forward to seeing it. I look forward to your amazing feedback. All of you were created in the image of God, and all of you have your own unique insights and wisdom, which I don't have. We all give to each other. You are all amazing. I love you all. And thank you so much to the amazing new subscribers who have come on board. Thank you. I'm ever so grateful. I look forward to your amazing feedback and for your amazing views. Thank you. I love you all. Have a great week ahead. God bless you.